everyone, and welcome back to WesterosCraft Walks. I'm your host Kobe.
And I'm Lucia.
And we are back at Seaworth after our little big break from last week. And you have decided to go into the forest. So we are going into the Rainwood, which is the big rainforest. Well, it's kind of... It is a forest where it rains a lot. It's not a tropical rainforest, but it's a rainforest with big trees, as you will see further in the video. Here you already see some nice luscious trees, but you'll see the trees gradually getting higher as we go further.
420 blizzard, indeed.
So I guess I will make a little montage because it is quite a walk into the forest. So I hope you've enjoyed that montage into the forest. You can see we've gotten into the thicker forest here, and we've got our first settlement, which is part of House Mistwood, which is this is just a side hamlet. Yeah, we'll see the main town in a moment, but this is kind of to get you familiar with what you might expect on a larger scale. They've got lots of wood. Yeah, they've got lots of wood, yeah. Well, they are in a forest, so I guess they use that to their advantage. But they got a tower there, maybe like a knight or something, guarding this passage into into their lands. Because this is, when you follow the roads through the forest, this is the first settlement that you come across. But I like how
I know it's like a hill anyway, but I like how they're extra elevated. They're not just like starting on the floor level.
So yeah, we are gonna climb the tower to get a view of the surrounding forest. So, oh yeah, before we go to the main bit, I should mention it's House Merton, that is the Lord of Mistwood. And it is a quite unique location. I don't think anywhere else in the server or Westeros has like this type of environment with the big redwood trees at the tallest trees in the server, and well in real life as well.
Yeah, they're pretty thick. Yeah. They're some thick boys.
Yeah, I visited the big ones in California once.
Yeah, and wasn't it like a couple weeks after you visited, like a couple months after you visited, like a lightning hit the really famous old tree, the one you could like drive through?
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, don't let Kobe come visit. So we've moved further through the forest now, headed towards the main attraction, the keep. But you can actually see from looking around how the trees are actually growing in size as we move in deeper, which also indicates that this is getting older as the trees are getting taller, like real life. So in regards to the history, from the first book, there's not a lot about House Merton. So what we do know is that the knights from the house were noted being among the gathered knights at the Hand's Tourney in King's Landing. And some other history we have about them is during the First Dornish War, Lord Merton and his household were actually poisoned by a cask of ale. So that's less than ideal. But coming up through now, you can actually start to see the tree walkways as well, which isn't just in this build, but you do tend to see it more in this type of Stormland area where they have these old large trees, opposed to things like the north where it would be too snowy and windy, or down in Dornish country where they don't really have trees because it's primarily desert land.
So which other locations do these?
I don't know specifically because I was reading about the builder's application for it, and they were just saying that it was in other places in the server. Personally, I've not seen a lot of other tree walkways, but I think most of the time it's because when they're used, they're on like a smaller scale. Whereas this, you could spend like easily an hour just walking through the tree walkways. And they're quite cool because they actually are houses in here. They're not just walkways. There are fully fledged 2-story houses, but they're also great for defense.
Were they barracks or were they actual like houses?
I think that they were houses, especially from the application. It seems like it's a mixture of like guards, barracks, and then also houses as well. Because some of them, when you go inside, just look like regular houses. There's not a massive array of swords or helmets. They just look like regular houses.
Okay, so we'll have a look.
But I guess you'd have people walking, like guards walking through all the time. We gotta go over there, so we gotta cut through your house.
Yeah, I guess. Well, some of them. I think the main levels connecting like the little bridges. I've seen some swords and stuff in there, but I think that some of them have like upper levels and more down levels, which I haven't really like covered. Well, I guess over here.
Because ladders are a problem for Kobe.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can see, that's a nice little sneak peek to the main keep later on.
Sneak peek to the main keep to do.
Yeah, but we're gonna have a look like over these tree walkways. You can
Call
see
me a horse, because I say nay to the main keep.
But we're gonna go there later.
Yeah, but nay now.
Nay now. Oh, there you had a barrel of sharp, pointy things.
Yeah, that is a health and safety precaution. Keep your kids away.
And yeah, you get a nice view of the big redwood trees.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't think that red lantern is what.
I was
what
like, yes,
means.
whorehouse in the skies.
So, oh yeah, I guess we also.
If the trees are rocking, don't come knocking. I'm funny, okay?
I think we also should mention that this build it's completed, but it's not post approved
Imagine
yet
if the mods say no and they scrap the whole thing. So, if they do, we'll have to delete the video.
Yeah. Well, also, the project is completed, but it's not approved yet. So the mods on our server still have to come through.
But we don't care.
And like approve it. But I thought this was a really nice build, so I was eager to get it done. So yeah, I've moved forward a bit through the tree walk, so you don't have to look at all the
tree walk like an Ewok.
Yeah. This is the Ewok place that we mentioned in the last episode. But yeah, if I can go down the ladder, then this tower that connects the tree walks as well also connects it to the main village here. And we'll have a look at some houses, and I guess it's getting quite late, so we'll probably get an inn as well in the town. Then the next day we'll go visit the castle. Yeah, that was planned. I planned to jump off.
Sure.
Yeah. So
it's like child-proofing. Have you Kobe-proofed your build?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. So I think.
This one's like, Lucia's so mean. That's right. Remember that.
Cabbages. So, did you want to say more before we move away from it too much? Do we want to say more about the tree walks, or we said it all?
I think we said it all.
Oh yeah, that is it's canon as well, isn't it? Canon, yeah. Oh yeah, it is canon. So yeah, maybe we mentioned that the tree walks are canon from the books. Or at least that's what it said on the wiki. But yeah, over here you see a lot of like skinners or furriers.
Not to be confused with furries.
Yeah. I think.
Okay.
I think that's what they're called, furriers, or like the people that
I think
get
it's furrier. F-U-R-R-E-R.
Yeah, and this is a tanner.
Spelling with Lucia.
Yeah, and this is a tanner. So you see both of those professions.
But they've got melons and cabbages.
You see both of those professions quite.
I feel like the melon isn't meant to be a melon. It doesn't seem like the right temperature to be growing melons. Maybe they're just like really big cabbages.
I think that it is quite hot in the Stormlands, though. Like it's quite far down. It's further south than King's Landing. King's Landing is kind of already quite like decent temperature. So yeah, well, it rains a lot here, though. So I guess they'll have a lot of water to water.
But some plants you have to be careful. If you overwater them, that can kill them as well. Planting top tip, overwatering is a thing, so your plants can die from too much love.
Yeah. So yeah, this is just a little look at the house, and I get kind of lost. Oh, where did I go down? I forgot.
You're like, what is this place?
Yeah, but no, I figure it out.
The same thing. It's the same thing when I take him out.
There. Wait, what?
And just like dementia, like just wandering around. I'm like, come back. So now I had to order like those backpacks for kids with a leash, like a big one for him. Keep all his snacks in it. So here we have to have a barber surgeon, so that's where they would do things like pulling teeth. Like at the back they always have like a work station. It's always a nice table, it's always nice and pleasant with blood, because they would do things like amputating arms as well as pulling teeth, like a kind of one-stop shop for removing things.
As well as cutting hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want. You want a knife filled with hair going in your wound.
I guess they clean it first.
Yeah, but it'd be more like that. Well, then again, maybe it's just me thinking of like Demon Barber of Fleet Street, like wiping your bloody knife on a rag. And I mean bloody in the literal term.
Doubletree in here. They got a sign with the nice trees on there.
Yeah, I think they were saying as well in their bill application for this, they called it that as like a kind of hint towards that, you know, that chain of hotels. Oh,
the Doubletree, yeah, Hilton Doubletree. Yeah, we
but
got
also because of the amount of trees around.
Yeah, I guess there's a few amount of trees.
Giving away our location, all our fans are gonna come. Hi, Mom.
Yes, so
she's not my fan.
So I'm just looking for a nice room. I think this one is okay. A nice double bed. So we're getting.
It wouldn't work for me. Like I can just see like waking up in the middle of the night and then just whacking my head on that.
Okay, so now it's morning. And we are gonna try and get to the castle. I think.
I don't know. What do you think? Something about salami?
Yeah, I do think about salami quite a lot. I think we've not looked at a butcher yet, right?
No.
Okay,
I mean, human butcher.
We'll do that in a moment, because I think there's a butcher around here as well, where I take a look.
I know normally you don't tend to see a lot of profession signs outside of really big cities, but they have it here, which is
something that might change after the mods.
Maybe the mods might come and say like it's too small of a bill, but sometimes it's nice to have. But then at the same time, it's like, is it too small to have that?
Yeah. A little apothecary there. To get, I guess they got a lot of herbs in here.
I think the reason that you could justify having signs in this town, I remember reading from the application that the rainforest, the Rainwood is seen as being quite a dangerous one. So most travellers go through this path and they have to come here through the town to get through the Rainwood. So this house holds kind of control and power here. So it's like, well, you can see it as being a fairly busy town, and it might not be the largest in size. They would need to easily communicate with people travelling through. Oh, there's a butcher, there's the inn.
I guess I did take a look at the butcher earlier. Oh yeah, but over there you also see the weirwood trees.
They have a few in the Rainwood.
Yeah. The weirwood trees, they got quite a few spread around this forest.
Tree.
Which also indicates that this is like a really old forest. It's been here since the first man, the children of the forest. It's said that there's still some magic in here some remnants of the children of the forest, I should say. Maybe not necessarily magic, but
you don't know. Bibbidi boppidi boo.
Yeah, the amount of weirwoods present in this forest, when you just have a look around, like kind of gives that indication that this is still a place where you could see the influence of the children of the forest.
But this is a really stupid question, and I could already read the comments about people saying I'm stupid. Do they only put do weirwood trees get planted, or is it just like, oh, here's a weirwood tree, let's carve a face into it? Because I'm like, do the children go and like specifically find a place to put a tree, or do they just like happen?
I think they just happen, but I imagine they can plant them as well.
Because I always think like, oh, is the reason? Because I know that they sort of or like they used to Old God. You see it more in the north, and that's where the weirwood tree comes into it. But then you see a lot of these other builds that have. Then I guess it's because they're really old. They just build their castles around weirwoods. Because I was like, do they build the castle because they're weirwood? Yeah, because then I realised as I'm saying this that the children of the forest and weirwoods are way older than any of these castles. So I'm going to stop talking. I apologise in advance, everyone.
No, I think it was just a trend at one point in time for the castles to have like a godswood and a weirwood. I think even the ones that like now worship the fate of the seven, they still have like a weirwood. Usually, quite a few castles still have them.
Because my thinking was, whether it's like a camp or a settlement, did the children of the forest kind of go in there and like plant trees? Or was it like, oh, it just happened because they saw it as like a religious significance?
I think it just happens because not all weirwoods have faces. But yeah, this is over here. This is a statue, I imagine, of the horned owl.
Yes.
Which is their sigil. Just
a great horned owl.
Yeah.
On a grey background.
Oh, you knew it by heart. I was getting up my notes. So yeah.
Well, I was picturing the. Well, it's funny when you look at this house. And you look them up on all like the different type of pages with information about them. The best representation of their house sigil is the one on the application for this build. And such a fancy owl.
I'll put that up right here on the screen. So their arms are a white great horned owl on a grey background, like you said. But their words are unknown, so we don't know what their words are. Also, you saw it as well on the video.
Well, I saw it when I was doing some of the stonework here. They use the King's Landing. I know they're using it because like, there's no real other block like that. But I was looking and I was staring at it. And I was like, does that say King's Landing?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was looking at it as well. I think that's something that the mods won't like get.
They will now.
I mean, as in like. I think that's there because the mods haven't post-approved it yet. I think that's something that the mods will call them out on.
There's no like just plain metal grate. It's just
King's Landing
and Old Town
and White Harbour as well. I think
and White Harbour. Yeah, White Harbour's. See, there's lots of builds you guys keep asking about, like White Harbour and
Old Town.
No.
Which other one do you ask
The
for?
one I literally have been waiting for my whole life, Highgarden. Literally my whole life. I came out the womb and I was like, Highgarden. They are work in progress, so yes, you guys keep asking for it. They are not finished yet. Trust me, when they are finished, we are gonna get in there and both of them will be like multi-video things.
Old Town will be years though.
Yes, Old Town is like wool.
Yeah, and I think I've been the only one asking about it to do a Harrenhal redo.
I know, but like, come on, the Iron Islands need some love. Like, I was looking at Pike the other day and I was like...
Yeah, but have you seen Harrenhal?
I mean, to be honest, Pike... If I had to choose between Pike and Harrenhal, I probably would pick Harrenhal. Because like, there are way more do not use blocks there.
Yeah, Harrenhal is like... Before this world was... Like, it's back from the old world. Like, before this... world, because if you don't know, on our server we got this new world where all our new builds happen, and we got our old world where all the really outdated builds happen. But yeah, I guess enough.
I like this though, with like the hanging block. Like, it's something you haven't really seen that much before. Doesn't mean it wasn't done. Just means I haven't seen it before.
Yeah. I wanted to like mention go back to the castle just for the kitchens as well, because they got quite nice kitchens. But yeah, I
really like the hall.
Yeah, big exactly. Window. I like how it's like it's built on this rock inside the forest, and you've got it's kind of built vertically instead of like spread out. If you know what I mean.
Well, I think it's because of them being surrounded by all these really big trees. They need to stand out, because it's like if you have a big castle and you're trying to say like, we're fierce, don't mess with us, but then you're surrounded by trees and you can't even see the top of the castle, then it's not that formidable. Meanwhile, if people are approaching, you've got these huge trees, and then even the castle sticks up above that, people will be like, oof, they cool.
Yeah, and I think we're now starting to climb the Tower of the Owls, which is a big tower that you also saw You got some information? I got some information for you to say about the tower if you want.
So it actually is canon. We have some canon information about the tower in particular. The Lord's Solar is actually located on the top level, as it is with most great towers. And there's a big dining table where the guests can actually sit and have a meal. But that would not just be like any guest. It would be like if you have other lords and such visiting. Then below that, we actually have the bedroom with the lady, and then going underneath that, there are quite a few different bedrooms. So it probably would be for like a high dignified guest, and then like any kids they have.
Yeah, so I think
I don't know. They probably all have like 18 kids because
back in those
mortality rates being what they are, you've got to procreate.
Yeah, so now I think we're now at that part where it's just the random bedrooms, and I will see the more
I do like having these big windows, because often in castles you see like they just have really tiny windows because it's like
for
a strategic
defense.
like a strategic defense thing. But it's like when you see a really big window, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but this is nice. Okay because it's so high up that it's okay. But if you have reference to Longbow Hall, if you have like a big window near the bottom of your wall, like that's a big no-no. For me, at least.
Yeah, some of these old... That's a great example of the old world.
Yeah, because I think Longbow Hall is quite old, but it's not as old as...
Oh yeah, Harrenhal, if you ever go there, it's like covered in do not use blocks. Where, like, for instance, redstone torches, you used to be able to use them, but now they're, like, not permitted anymore. And even long grass. Like, some long grass you can't use.
Oh.
So, like, if you... Because on the launcher, it's still like Minecraft. You can still have a single-player world where you can access all the same blocks. Some of them there, when you load up the world, on the grasses, it says, do not use, and I always think it's so funny.
Oh, yeah, so now we are actually coming to the nicer bedroom, so
I don't think this is for the Lord. I think his is even higher up.
Yeah, it might be the ladies' room. Because I think that woolen thing, the blue wool thing, might have been like a fitting thing. Because we went to Q recently, and they had how they had those mannequins for the royals.
Yeah, like they would hang the dresses up there, and that's where they do any alterations if they needed to.
Yeah, I think that blue thing was that, and this is probably the lords or maybe the maesters, because it's quite,
sometimes when they have this as well, it's meant to show bundles of fabric. But I'm like, why do they have bundles of fabric in the bedroom? Most of the time they have bundles of fabric in like with a loom. But yeah, this is the kind of seating area where they have meals. The one below was the Lord's bedroom.
They got a nice view over the forest here, and I'll just jump onto the roof, and so we can have a nice 360 around the area.
360. Let's go.
You can see all those large. Oh, that's the little point there. You can see all those large trees surrounding the village, so it's kind of hidden away. And I think around here is like the forest sceptry. I think that's what it is. Like over there.
It's fairly close. It's by one of the. I think it's by that weirwood tree.
Yeah. So we will go there.
Which is semi-canon.
Ooh! Oh, how did we get here?
With magic.
Yeah. So here's that weirwood tree. This one has a carved face.
And it's upset.
Oh. Yeah, so not all weirwoods in this forest, like the ones that are natural in the forest, they don't all have a carved face in them, but this one does. Do we have something about the forest sceptry?
Kind of what you touched on before, the forest sceptry is semi-canon, and it kind of connecting it with the weirwood trees, it shows how, even though they celebrate and they worship the Faith of the Seven now, the sheer quantity of weirwood trees shows that the old gods held and possibly still hold significance and certain sway with people now. Because some cultures, you see, they just outright cut down their weirwood trees, and it was because the children of the forest were using them to like listen in, and they really didn't trust and didn't like that, so they would just cut down the weirwood trees. But yeah, look at this. That's a good-looking tree.
Yeah, they had like a big like cemetery here. But yeah, we didn't go to the rookery. I forgot about the rookery. So we have to end the video.
Dutch just watching this like, I hate you.
Yeah, so we have to end.
Wherever he is.
We have to end the video with something else. So I was looking through the forest, further in the forest. So maybe we might
Is
find
Logan Paul there?
Oh no. So yeah, we might find
Logan, don't do it!
We might find something interesting, Lucia, like a cave.
A personality for me?
Yeah, there are.
That's what the comments want.
What? I don't think they said that.
Shout out to that one person that was mean to me once. I'll never forgive you.
Oh, so yeah, so these caves, they've got quite a few cave systems under these woods. So we're
never going to come out again with the way Kobe gets lost.
Yeah, we'll just have a look at this one, but there are like, I think
they're all over, like the whole forest.
All over, like all under the forest.
But whose do they belong to?
I think caves just naturally generate.
But
this
who
is just
here?
a normal cave, Lucia. There's no significance.
Is there not a bear in here?
No, I don't think
or
so.
A wolf? Geralt of Rivia's here to slay the wolf.
I think he's Polish. He's not German.
He can get on a boat.
Okay, we saw.
But I guess if you're going to Poland from Germany, you'd get on a. I was going to say train, but
on your feet.
Well, I guess you could get on a boat because it might be faster to like go around.
Yes,
I don't know.
We found this cavern here. That's quite nice. But there are some stairs here.
These don't seem like they were naturally occurring.
No. Okay. Okay, this does not seem like a nice inviting cave.
Oh, look at those creepy faces. Oh, look, there's that creepy one that's like laughing. That's what I don't like.
Oh, no.
See, look, some of them, they're so funny.
Yeah, so I guess this is...
Look at that one.
Oh, no.
Look at that.
They're like looking at us, Lucia.
That one looks like me.
So where are we? Where did we end up? Did we go all the way to hell? One of the 7 hells.
And I'm definitely here.
Yeah, so...
Hey, Satan, it's me, your boy.
Lots of faces looking at us, lots of skulls, lots of skeletons. I'm guessing this is the Children of the Forest's work.
But why with the skeletons?
I don't know. Maybe they buried their dead here, or maybe just some travelers got lost and never got out. But yeah, if
they're all Kobe skulls from every time he respawns and gets lost down here.
But yeah, this is a really like creepy thing to find down in some random cave.
Oh, honey, I've seen some creepier things hidden on the server.
Like
rooms filled with blood and skulls. The mods will never catch us.
But yeah, this is
They're now gonna go look at everything I've ever built on. They're like, where did she hide this?
But yeah, this is a nice little bit to end on, a creepy bit to end on.
Is there water?
Yeah, there's some water, but the shaders is not picking it up that well.
Shaders say no.
Yeah, but thanks for watching. That's the end of the video.
Enjoy your nightmares, kiddies.
For our poll, we are emerging south of the Rainwood. We can either go to the west, or we can go to the east. So you can decide which route you want us to go for next time.
Underground, let's go underground. Join the mole people.
No, I want to go underground. Up of
oh, told you guys we're going underground. Next episode we'll be focusing on the mole people.
So thanks for watching. On screen right now you can see a playlist to the WesterosCraft Walks playlist, I guess.
Videos.
Yeah. On screen right now you can also find a link to my personal channel if you want to check that out as well. So
thank you for 18,000 subscribers, my little chickens.
Yeah, thanks for 18,000.